Drama alert.
Featuring Johanna, George,
Austin, Haley.
Today, we are talking about the meeting of the two Korean leaders meeting at the 38th parallel between the two countries. This is a momentous event that the two countries, who have been at odds for the upper end of a century, are this close to peace. Introducing Austin.
The Korean War has been ongoing for over half of a century. Since 1950, tensions between the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or the DPRK, and South Korea have remained. Many threatening actions by the North Korean government have been used as scare tactics towards the West, including simulated missile strikes on major cities such as New York and launching ballistic missiles into the Pacific Ocean near Japan. The conflict officially started when, in 1950, soon after the Communist Party of Korea, headed by Kim Il-sung, was created. The North Korean army crossed the 38th parallel on June 25, 1950, with Soviet technology, including tanks, aircraft, and general weaponry. Much of this military technology still comprises the North Korean military to this day. The Korean War was one of the first proxy wars, or war inside of a larger war, that was included in the global conflict that was the Cold War. In early 1950s, Soviet forces pushed South Korean forces close to destruction at the southern coast of the Korean Peninsula. But the U.S.-backed southern troops were able to push North Korean forces back across the 38th parallel later that year. After this, the sides became equalized, and for the next 2 years, no significant ground was gained by either side. This is why the Korean War unofficially ended in a stalemate in 1953. The two nations have technically been at war for the past 70 years, and a chance at peace seems closer than ever. Let's look to Johanna to see what's going on right now.
In the past couple of weeks, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and South Korean leader President Moon Jae-in have met in the 38th parallel and negotiated their peace treaty. Simultaneously, the United States President Donald Trump has been in the process of making a deal with Kim Jong-un to denuclearize his nation. Trump has also tightened sanctions on North Korea with China's help, since North Korea has failed to keep their promises in the past. According to Trump, the United States has been played beautifully like a fiddle because you had a different kind of leader. We're not going to be played, okay? We're going to hopefully make a deal. If not, that's fine. And now to Haley, to what we predict.
There are two ways that this situation can lead. The first way is that a peace treaty is made, or the continuance of the war and the brink of another World War III. According to ex-Secretary of State Colonel Wilkerson from The Real News, he believes that the Korean leaders are not going to follow through with their peace treaty. Past North Korean leader Kim Jong-il was in a similar situation with the U.S., pledging to have peace talks, but then backed out. Donald Trump and his team, even though they are very inexperienced, only have the faith in the two leaders' humanity that they will follow through. The last time North Korea threatened to nuke was in September of last year. Can Kim Jong-un's views of the world be changed in less than a year? Will he follow through in his father's footsteps? Or we can hope that humanity will soar peace between the two countries. George is going to analyze what we just said.
Supreme Emperor Trump suggested that North and South Korean leaders discuss peace negotiations, and both parties agreed. Kim Jong-un has had drastic changes to his behavior in a short amount of time, going from threatening nuclear devastation to hugging Dennis Rodman, even stopping nuclear testing. If these talks work and peace treaty can be established, another potential world war could have been avoided and an enemy of America will be turned to an ally. But caution should be exercised, because he only stopped nuclear testing and agreed to peace talks once their nuclear technology got to the point where they can reach the US. These so-called peace talks could just be Kim Jong-un buying time for something. When he stated he wanted to start a war with America, people called him crazy, stupid, and insane. He's not a bad leader, he's a mad leader. A quote from the leader himself states, "The entire United States is within range of our nuclear weapons. A nuclear button is always on my desk. This is reality, not a threat."